and relapse is real.
You talk about identity, because we all know substance use or any sort of addictions can erode or take away a big part of the life and the loss of identity here. And I want to ask you a little bit more, Missy, about the relapse process. You mentioned recovery here is not just a one shot, get it perfect. It is a marathon process here. How do you discuss about relapse and education with your clients?
That's a great question. So usually I'll start with, okay, let's identify triggers, right? Let's identify coping strategies that works for you. And even doing this, it doesn't mean that it's almost like when you go to a doctor and they give you a medication, it's for you to try and go back and say, this works and it doesn't work, right? So I explained to them that even though we're developing these coping strategies and you're practicing them, it's your job. Well, the goal is for you to be able to identify really what is working and what is not working. And relapse is real. Relapse is real. It's almost like you are being faced with it's like if somebody give me very delicious red velvet cake right now and tells me not to eat it, like it's gonna be hard, right? So it's like, you're literally avoiding the temptation, and sometimes it's hard to avoid that temptation. Sometimes we're in the same environment that we have to go back to. So even though some young men go to recovery center, do all this programming, environment also matters a lot. So when we look at the whole social biology of an individual, I look at the environment, I look at their past history, their family history, I look at all that stuff, right? To be able to give them this holistic education around relapse. Like, okay, if you've had parents, or if this is in your blood, if this is what could come up, and this is what recovery may look like for you. If you're struggling with impulse control, FASD, ADHD, all these other current, like other mental health challenges that could, impact your recovery, it's significant for you to be aware of how that may, right? Because if you're struggling with HDD, impulse control is huge, right? So maybe the risk of temptation to drink is higher. Maybe the risk of using is higher. So just recognizing that